This is Pat Kapowich from Housing Market Savvy. There are lots of changes this year. I've been following a couple that I think that you will find interesting. Big changes. Of course, they often start with a press release and the buzz starts. However, these issues have been behind the scenes for a while now. The FCC released a press release December 13th titled FCC Closes Lead Generator Robocall Loophole and Adopts Robotext Rules. For instance, my last home buyers, received dozens of phone calls and text messages. Why? They filled out a loan application online. Let's get into this. The FCC passed new rules closing the lead generator loophole, restricting how consumer leads can be bought and sold in industries like real estate and the mortgage industry. Companies can now only share leads with consumers expressed prior consent on a one-on-one basis, not sell to multiple parties. Okay, let's get into the next topic. Boy, this is a big one. Research report from the Housing Finance Policy Center by four individuals, Goodman, Zinn, Reynolds, Noble. Good work here in April of 2023. And it's titled A Profile of Institutional Investor Owned Single-Family Rental Properties. There's a lot of good information here. For instance, in this research report, they indicate that mega housing providers own 574,000 single-family home rentals. Now, this started in a big way during the 2008 housing crash. I'll be honest with you, this really bothered me. Now, we are not speaking about mom and pop housing providers in America. They own 2, 4, 6, 8 units. Most of those own 10 or fewer units. Typically 2 or 3 max. This research report was, I'm sure, instrumental in proving a point. That was in April of 2023. A press release December 5, 2023. Representative Smith and Senator Merkel lead a action from both houses of Congress to ban hedge fund ownership of rental property. That was the headline. The legislation responds directly and forcefully to a persistent and growing problem. And they have a hyperlink here to a New York Times article. What happens when Wall Street buys most of the homes on your block? The purchasing of single-family homes by hedge funds, especially in the current housing market, has made it more difficult for middle-class Americans to become homeowners and is contributing to America's twin crisis of housing affordability and wealth inequality. Now, let's go to the press release from Jeff Merkel. Congressman Smith lead an action in both houses of Congress to ban hedge fund ownership of residential housing, December 5, 2023. Merkel states the housing in our neighborhoods should be homes for people, not profit centers for Wall Street. Yet in every corner of the country, giant financial corporations are buying up housing and driving up both rents and home prices, said Senator Merkel. Quote, it's time for Congress to put in place common sense guardrails that ensure all families have a fair chance to buy or rent a decent home in their community at a price they can afford. There's a great quote here from Congressman Adam Smith. Congress must take action to crack down on corporate greed and get hedge funds out of the single-family home market. The bill I'm introducing today with my colleague would ban these problematic hedge funds from single-family home housing and claw back some of the homes they already own so that more American families have a fair shot at becoming homeowners. A lot of this press release is from the research paper from the Urban Institute. Following the 2008 housing crisis, large corporate equity firms and hedge funds bought substantial portfolios of foreclosed homes as an investment opportunity. The federal government enabled this growth throughout bulk sales of federally backed mortgages and foreclosed properties. this decision excluded ordinary families and mission-driven nonprofits from buying these homes and returning them to families in need of stable housing. In 2011, no single entity owned more than 1,000 single-family rental units. As of June 2022, the Urban Institute estimates that large hedge funds and other institutional investors own roughly 574,000 single-family homes. To meet investors' return expectations, hedge funds and other investors maximize profit by imposing high rent increases, inflated fees, and delaying home maintenance and improvements, which diminishes the quality of housing over time. In closing, one part here in this press release, the End Hedge Fund Control of American Homes Act seeks to put an end to the harmful practice of hedge funds buying up single-family homes by banning hedge funds from owning these types of homes and requiring them to sell at least 10% of the total number of single-family homes over a 10-year period. After a 10-year full phase-out, all hedge funds will be completely banned from owning any single-family homes. That's the update for today. I will be back with more insights to the housing market. In the meantime, be well, be safe. If you found value in this program, please share, subscribe, but most of all, stay tuned.